Good morning, you're watching Morning at NTV, and of course our man on the ground enjoying himself. This weekend is quite packed with a lot of activities that are happening, and one of them is a chance for you to not just enjoy some rugby, but also contribute to basic education and literacy. But it's a Friday, sometimes I get to help you find out about interesting people, young people who are making a difference. Speaking of young people, you know they say that when you go to your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram bio, like that's how someone gets to know you. So my guest today, her bio on Twitter is, I believe in Jesus 100%. I believe that Immaculate will finish high school. Who? We'll find out. And hugs, chocolate, conversation, a titular, and mostly I'm a 40-40 Angaza. Aye? Karen, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Karen Ihimbazwe.
Yes.
Ihimbazwe, actually, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
May God be praised. May He be praised.
Yes, perfect.
See? Hey.
The only person that's gotten it perfect for like, I don't know when.
So what do people normally say?
Ehimbabazibwe, what?
Oh.
What?
Are you one of
Very
those who
awkward.
says, get my name right?
Yes. Sometimes Ahimbisiwe. That's not my name.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's a man's name. Anyway, so this is Karen. She's with 40.
Yes.
40 days over 40 smiles. But we've all come to know it as 40-40. Yes. And you are the head of the Angaza program, the literacy program.
Yes.
We're going to get to know about that because what's happening tomorrow is actually to get funds to support the Angaza program. Now, most of us have heard about 40-40 from when it started, but you are only, what, a year in?
Yeah, just a little over a year.
A little over a year in.
Yeah.
So what's your background? I was asking, have you always been in volunteering? What do you do outside of 40-40, who's now 40-40 home?
Yeah. Oh, first, the event is on Saturday.
Yes,
yes,
Saturday.
Yeah. What?
Sorry, I did say
distracted
tomorrow.
you.
Okay, I said tomorrow. I was like,
Yeah.
is today Thursday? Is tomorrow Friday?
Friday, it's
It's
Saturday.
tomorrow.
It's
The
Saturday.
event is tomorrow. But I was saying, were you always in volunteering?
Yes, always in volunteering. I used to spend 90% of my time volunteering.
Really?
Not just in 40-40, but in different other places with the youth, yes.
Why? How come?
I think I don't like to use the word passion, but it's just a thing. I feel like I want to wake up in the morning and do, I feel like when I go to sleep, then I have a good night's sleep.
Because you made a difference?
Yeah.
I know that the young lady who started it, Esther, was saying that when she spent some time with the children, and they were not in a good state, and she said, I want to make a difference. I can do this on my own. I wonder if you particularly had your own story of why you said, I'd like to do this so that sometimes they sleep right.
No, I realized that young people they always need a hand here and there, and the best people normally to give them a hand is people that can identify with them. Yeah, different things, lifestyle, school, career, all these things. They have questions and hopes, and they're wondering what to go from where they are. And I've always found myself in a position where I'm comfortable, stepping in, and it's so easy. I don't know if it's because I look like them, like I just never get to grow older. I look like I'm so old. No, so so it's easy to relate, and they and for me, I'm not wondering. And how do I do this? Oh my gosh, will I be able to eat tonight? No, it's just I got. And when I realized that, I started to put myself in positions where I'm able to do that before anyone can ask me, because I thought it was fun also.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's a time I talked about volunteering, and someone said that people used to think young people hated volunteering, but you'd be surprised nowadays. Yeah. The biggest volunteers are actually young people, and we're not waiting for the Mzungus to come here and help our people. We're doing it ourselves. But also the myth that you need a lot of money.
Yes.
To help?
Yes.
Do you?
No. No and yes. No,
I must be honest.
Yes and no. Yeah, I say yes because money gets things going. That's for sure. And no, because our biggest resource is knowledge, strength, ability. If you can wake up in the morning and be able to move from place A to place B, you definitely have it. I mean, that's been my biggest push. Yeah. If I can go today, go tomorrow, I'm good. If I can't, I'm like, you know what, today it's too bad, and that's okay. That's me being able to use everything I can in my power. So I think that when a young person realizes that, then they start to do even the little they can. Then you realize that doing going out there once every week is not as bad. Actually, I've done something great. So that's really our biggest resource. We ask people, do only as much as you can, only as much as you have in your power, you know. Yeah.
So when I've done volunteering, I've done charity work, but that has been a choice for me.
Yes.
I choose, I say, this resonates with me, or this resonates with me, I will do this. Or I have resources to help out here, so I will do that. But then for people who choose to give their time, because Karen, we all know that time, you see young people take their time off on a Saturday, for example, and just give their day and say, I will give my hand here where I can and how I can. When someone is choosing what sort of cause to go for, do you just pick and choose what you like? Does someone have to pick what they feel at the time needs their time and hand? Well, how do you think someone should choose what they sort of put a passion into?
It's a big thing to say, but I guess every one of us has a purpose. As every one of us wakes up and feel like this is me. This is a thing that I feel like I'm intended to do. And yes, we find ourselves in our different day jobs. We find ourselves in school. We have 8 to 5 classes, and we think
busy.
I cannot use the rest of my time on my lunch break running around doing something for you know, an organization or I'm volunteering to do this. And so I feel like there's those things, and then there's things you feel that I think that people should choose from where they think what touches I don't know, their hearts or something. Because you can always find someone can instruct you, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, but if you don't feel it, like if it doesn't capture you, you will slack, you will not deliver, you will feel like, oh my gosh, can I get paid for this right now? Can I get paid? Because I'm using my time, I'm using my knowledge, I'm using my everything. So it's got to be something that captures you. It's got to be something that you think you live for. Yeah. And
if just like Karen, if you go home and you're like, I can sleep, then definitely. So you're part of the Angaza literacy program. Just to bring everyone up to speed, just explain to us what that is.
Angaza first is a Kiswahili word to mean to shine.
Oh, I thought it was just like stand up. Like Angaza.
Yes, to shine. And this name is picked with the intention that it will portray our intention to enlighten the children. First, they're in a position where they are, yes, underprivileged, right? Because they don't have the same privilege like we do. As much as they go to school, they're going to school, but they're not getting the best of it. Their teachers are not even that qualified to teach them. They're making it out of primary 7, barely, just a couple of them. And we feel like they could use more. They could use more. So we want them to, you know, to come out of their wherever they are now and see a dream and see a possibility ahead of them and know that there's more to this. There's more to my environment. I can think new things. I can imagine new things. So this program is designed to facilitate literacy, reading, writing, and expression. So at the end of the day, that they can be able to read efficiently, can be able to write, can be able to express themselves, speak of themselves, create a new world for themselves that they know they can always look forward to, giving like some sort of a chance.
So Angaza is not like a class or a school or something I'm going to go and attend. No. It's a program.
It's a program.
Which is what, rolled out in schools or it finds you where you are? Just how do I
both, in and out of school. Okay. So we work in 2 primary schools in the Chibuli, Chikubamoto area, and then also out of school communities in like Namuongo, in Chibati, a place behind Kansanga, Makindi, and in Chibuli itself, in like other children aren't going to school.
I was about to say, because there's a lot of untapped children who are actually not in the school process. And I know even when they're teaching about sexuality education, they said, please keep in mind, there are those who are not in school. So if you only roll this out to schools, you're going to miss a good chunk of it. So you choose to go there and what, teach, or is it a walk-in anybody? Also talking about age group, are you working with every age group? You said primary schools.
Yes, primary
What about the out of schools? Do you know the age groups that comes to you?
Yes, it's always up to until We have a few 15-year-olds, so like about 6 to 15 years old.
Oh, that's
yes.
that's a mix, 5 to 15.
Yes, that's a
so that
very big
means
mix.
the programs cut across.
They cut across. They cut across. We ensure that we make them age friendly. So we have a team that helps to build this content, review it, and make sure that the person that's 15 years old gets content that fits them. Yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to really understand this for you. So it's not like okay, say there's a class.
Yes.
What would ideally happen, whether it's in categories or whatever? What would you ideally, for example, teach?
Yeah.
Yeah, on a day.
So we try to be very practical, very experiential in the different learnings we want to share. For example, we will. For example, this term is not yet started. So the last term we had a theme on empathy. So for example,
yes.
And we do stories, we share stories, we share different things like a movie clip or a poem. So they will watch this thing and then we will have a discussion around it and allow them to write about what they just saw, what they think about it. And for the younger children, for them to express themselves, we'll ask them to draw some things and then explain what they drew. We'll have some role plays. And at the end of the day, it's fun learning. We want them to enjoy learning and not see it as something very, very tasking and oh my gosh, I can't do this, oh my gosh, I'm going to fail. There's nobody failing. We encourage them to speak up and everybody is right. At the end of the day, it's I don't know the right answer. No, it's I have something to say. It's not.
I won't put up my hand because I'm not sure if I am right or wrong.
So now I have something to say. It's not right, it's not wrong. I just have something to say. So want everybody to speak up, and everybody. So some children, because it's very open and very engaging, then they're able to. The kids who can't put up their hands in a normal class, proceeding class in a normal class. They will eventually speak up, they'll eventually enjoy themselves, they work in small groups, they talk to each other, and it's just fun.
So what we're saying is that, when your child is in school doing the math and the economics and the whatever sciences, this one is like that extra. Because, you have a child in school who's a slow learner sometimes, and how school doesn't wait for you. They just keep going and just keep going. And the teachers don't have the time to give you those notes and then tell you, oh, are you a slow learner? Would you need extra help? Whereas the Angaza program is sort of saying that if you're a slow learner, this is how you can learn, right?
Slowly.
At your own pace, in your own way.
That's true.
If you learn with visuals, then you can learn to right? You can learn that. If you like art, we can enhance that so it becomes something for you. I think that's the way to go because a lot of young people in a group always feel like, oh, maybe I should keep quiet. Yeah. I can't say that I'm not understanding that or I can't. So I like that. So it's you've done this for a year? The Angaza program has been there?
This is the 3rd year running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the sort of successes or sort of what you see with those in school versus those in the out-of-school program. What are the differences that you notice with these groups?
Oh, the difference is massive. The difference is, and also it's big and then not so big as well because the children in school are still coming from the same environment as those that are not in school, the slum area. And you find that the ones not in school, they kind of just dropped out at some point. And the ones in school are just going through class. Like, no one's saying, repeat, you failed. They're just going all the way to P7, those who can make it, and then they're just getting out. Yes. And still, even the ones in P7 aren't able to read properly.
They did say that in the papers. They did that research and said a lot of, even our teachers cannot
You find that the learning aid in class has missing letters, the teachers we can't have a proper conversation with the teachers without feeling like they're struggling to communicate. So it's not that big of a difference. But then also the out of school children are now falling back so much because they spend most of their time at home doing all kinds of different things to help the parents, make ends meet. And they're more excited, I should say, because they're excited to learn something because this is their chance to be in some kind of school. Yeah. So they're excited, they're always there, they come in numbers. They call their friends, and sometimes they're not able to make it, but someone new came because someone else told them to come. but then this other one now has to go do some task at home and can't make it for the next session. And those are a few things we try to follow up, but they're more excited to learn. And I'm not even, I don't even, there's not such a big difference with them. It's just they have no school, they have no teachers. They only see us once a week, while the others will see their teachers every day until we come. And
do you even think there's more curiosity with the out of school children? They're more curious to learn than those who are already in the school system? Because also the school system sort of teaches us to just nod our heads.
Yeah.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. Whereas these ones, it's everything is new.
Everything
so they're excited and they're happy to learn. So there was, before I get into how people can be part of this and volunteer, there's a book launch at some point.
Yes, a book
Was
launch.
it for this particular program?
Yes. We at 4040 we made publications of reading storybooks. They're in 4 different levels. So we had volunteers sending stories. We called out for volunteers to send stories in, and they wrote some stories, and we took them in, and then we published these books. These are Ugandan stories, and these are Ugandan writers.
Oh, so they're already established writers.
Yes.
You're just asking them to...
Anyone that could write a story, really.
Okay.
Can you write a story? Awesome.
Great. Was it write a story that is Ugandan?
Yeah. So you'll find things like One Day Gap and sweeping the streets and Rolex and, Chiwempe, what. So all that is our intention to have as many Ugandan stories out there as possible. I mean, you can always start from somewhere.
Of course.
And things that are relatable, stories that children can relate with. I mean, if they're reading about One Day Gear and they know about One Day Gear, they're like, oh yeah, that's that place.
Not Wisconsin.
Yeah,
like,
and Cinderella and whatnot. So the names are very, their names.
They don't have a cousin called Cinderella. So they're wondering, what? How?
Yes.
I hear you. So these books were actually rolled out. So somebody can buy them, or they were just for the kids?
And buy them. This is also a way to fundraise.
Please
Fundraise.
Tell us.
So the books are out there. The books go for 10K. And we're encouraging parents, everyone, just buy for your children. If you've already done that, buy for someone else's child. We had
Stop giving gifts of candy.
Books. Books are fun. And we asked them to also, like, if they could as well buy them to donate. Right. So at the end of the day, as much as we want to give this out as much as possible, it's our way to fundraise, because we are locally funded by everyone that supports 4040.
Tell you one way to do it. If you are a parent and in that school you don't like it when they call you for PTA meetings and tell you to fundraise for the wall that is tired, you want you to paint it, why don't you just say, you know what, for the next term I'll donate 60 books or 80 books. That way, when you improve the kids in your child's class, good brains, then even your child is around good brains. I'm just saying. So the books are available at all bookstores?
Not all bookstores for now. Just contact 4040 and we'll be right there.
Okay, so my producer asked this question and said, please ask Karen, when it comes to volunteering, what if I am good at something and I can teach? Are you accepting for teachers to come in? Are you accepting for anyone to help you? Should I only have a teaching background to be able to support the Angaza program?
Not, definitely not. I'm not a teacher myself, but I think that I can help a child read something. We normally tell you, if you had a child, if you had like a niece, I normally share this with the volunteers. If you had a niece, if you have a small person, right, trying to do their homework, how would you help them do it? Imagine that. That's the same way you think you can assist the other child. So you don't have to have a teaching background. You can just say, I like to teach and I would like to help, or I have time. And then we take the initiative to orient you in how to run a class. When you get in, this is how you begin. This is how you break the ice. These are the essentials of facilitating a class. Or
just structure it for me, because I might have a skill but not know how to have it structured. So if you're one of those, as she said, and you have, every time you visit Auntie Flavia, all the kids run around you and you can teach them something, go and harness that. If you have some time, please go and spend it with 4040. So before we wind up, what's happening tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Saturday.
By the way. Oh, today is Friday.
Yes.
Oh my God.
See, it was you who was
So
lost.
it's me thinking it's Thursday. What is this on national TV? What?
It's okay.
Yeah. So Saturday. So tomorrow we have the Bantwala Sevens rugby tournament, and this is also to fundraise for the Angaza program.
Yeah.
So we have different ways we do that, and one of them is Bantwala. It's happening on Saturday. It's 10K. Just come ready to have fun.
Where?
I mean, if you don't play, what do they call that place? Legends Rugby Ground.
Okay.
Yes. So of course, if you don't play, if you don't know what rugby is about, like me, I don't know much about rugby.
Like, how do they score?
Yeah, what is this? But at least there'll be different things for you to do. There's a place for where you'll see like the word Angaza. If you want to know more, come let me know. If you want to know more about 4040, if you want to just have fun, music, there's going to be an artist there to give you a good time, Gigi, Cindy, and all those people. Okay. Just come have fun.
So
bring
you
your
said
friends
it's
over.
10,000?
10K.
10K.
Just
So
10K.
so in case you're like, I don't fall in the teaching side, I don't have a day to give you. But you want to have a good time. I think this is one way to actually give back to, as she said, they survive by you and I actually doing something. So that's very good. So the program is still on. It's not the end of it. It will keep rolling out.
We'll keep rolling out, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So how you find 4040?
Awesome! It's just fun. really
yeah, so
stuff.
if you are online, 40 Days Over 40 Smiles, or just find Karen or anyone, or if you go to NTV Uganda, we've actually tagged them, so you can actually ask as many questions as you can, and tomorrow be there to support them at Legends. Legends. And if you meet Karen,
I'll be there.
Just ask her all the questions you need to ask her.
Yeah, if you want to like partner with us, you want to just give your good service, let us know. Well, welcome. And by the way, you still have time to make a team. They still have time to put up a team. We still have time.
Rugby. I don't want anyone
until this day ends.
me.
As many teams as possible. I mean,
fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Sure. That's it for Take Note here. We're talking about basic literacy. Go and support them tomorrow at Bantwala Sevens and get all the details on how you can support basic literacy. Have a good day.